So today we will unbox Redmi Note 9S and we'll also test its camera to see if this huge bump justifies itself. Let's get started. So here is the box with both front and back of device printed over it. Then we have branding on this side, PTS tag right on top, and then branding on this side too. Down here are some specs and the bottom is pretty much empty. Let's open it up real quick. And as you can see, after opening up the box, it becomes quite discreet as there is no branding on it. So a white box on top that may contain the booklets and stuff. Then we have the device itself, Redmi Note 9S in glacier white color. Let's open up this box to see its contents. So here is our SIM ejector tool right here. And inside we have got some paperwork, a few booklets and a case. And I really wonder who reads these nowadays. Then we have got a warranty card right here. So let's put them aside for now. The case you are getting with this glacier white device is a clear TPU case. And I think silicone cases are included in all the mid-range devices nowadays. So further in the box, we have our power brick, and let's see what capacity we have got in here. So it's going to be, I think, 20 watt. No, it's a 22 watt charger. And this is interesting as this device is capable of fast charge up to 18 watt, I think. But the power brick you are getting is a 22 watt. And then we have got our USB Type-C cable. Let's open it up. Yeah, it's a Type-C cable and it has the same white accent that the device has. But I think no free headphones with this device. Anyways, it's time to unwrap our device and see its glacier white color without this wrapper. So here we go. It's quite reflective as you can see, and it is beautiful, no doubt. It has a glass panel on the back. Let me remove this sticker too. And I think this color is really decent. But looking at its back, I think the camera bump is something that you will notice straight away. And down here, we have got the Redmi's branding and some manufacturer's information. So this device has a 48 MP quad camera setup on the back with an LED flashlight with a different kind of design. Companies nowadays are really trying to be innovative with the camera designs. And I think it's Samsung's S20 Ultra whose camera bump size is identical to this device. Let me show you from the side to give you a clear view of it. And I think I have finally found out the purpose of the booklets they included in the box. Here you go. You can easily measure the camera bump size with this booklet. Almost identical to the booklet. So this is the size of our camera bump. We will test it out and see if the quality is also outstanding as the bump. So the frame of the device is made out of plastic with some coating. The power button with inbuilt fingerprint scanner and the volume rocker is on this side. And on top, we have the noise cancellation and the IR blaster. Nice to have it in a mid-range device after a long time. And on this side, we have our SIM tray. Let's check it real quick. So it has got a dual SIM and an SD card support, and for me I think it's an ideal SIM tray. Let's put it back. So apart from this SIM tray, there is nothing else on this side of the device. And down below we have got our headphone jack, where you are going to use the headphones after buying one for yourself. Type C and the speaker grill is also down here. So it's time to boot up our device and we'll meet you on the other side. So our device is ready, and straight away you will notice this hole punch camera, a 16 megapixel selfie camera right in the middle of the display, and it looks pretty much identical to the Samsung's Note series nowadays. And the speaker grill is also here on top of the display. And this punch hole is quite smaller than many devices. Thin bezels around the edges of the device, as you can see, and the chin is also quite thin. And I don't know why the companies are not trying to get rid of it. It really don't look good on a full view display. So it's around 6.67 inch IPS display with a 1080p resolution, and the device has 6 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage. It's not a thin device at all. Another thing that is noticeable is its weight. It's quite heavy, and it's because this device has a massive 5020 mAh battery. It has a Snapdragon 720G chipset, which is quite good for gaming. And this device is running on the latest Android 10.0 with MIUI skin on top. It's Xiaomi's own UI skin that is available in all Xiaomi devices and the Redmi devices. So here are some key specifications of our device. Apart from this beautiful 6.67 inch display, I think this Snapdragon 720G chipset is something that will attract people who want good gaming experience in this price range. And as you can see, 18 watt fast charging support for this massive 5020 mAh battery. So now I think we should test its fingerprint sensor, and let me register mine real quick. So we are ready to roll. Side mounted fingerprint scanners are usually quite fast, but this one is a bit slow. It might be the animation of the lock screen, as MIUI is loaded with the animations and all. It's accurate though, just a bit slower. So now I think we should test its quad camera setup. Here we go. So I am going to take some shots with its default settings. So here is a normal shot, a 2x shot, and then we have got ultra wide mode, which is quite wide. So here are our samples, and the picture from the ultra wide mode is not quite detailed, but this 2x shot and this normal shot both are quite satisfying. So I think its main camera, which is a 48 MP sensor, is capable of taking good pictures. So here are a few camera samples for you guys that I took earlier. And its main camera is really impressive even with its default settings. So that's all from the unboxing. I will post its gaming review soon for those of you who are interested in buying this device. And in this price range, I think it's a great package. The battery, camera and the display of the device, everything is satisfying. Yeah, apart from this bump. It's me signing off. See you in the next one.